My name is Travis Rohr. I'm the head football coach for Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. I'm also a math teacher at Mount Horeb High School. I've been trying to preach to these young guys is the importance of being consistent and disciplined. And my only other experience with a young crew was year 2, so it's kind of been every other year. This is my 4th year. I think we have some talent. I think we have some size. I would just like to see them have a little bit better focus in practice and have more of a sense of urgency. So right now we're pretty raw, and I think tomorrow will be a good test for these young guys when we go in scrimmage. Oshkosh West and Edgewood, two teams that are supposed to be pretty good. Well, you have a 4-year varsity player, Matt Fargo, and he had a big year for us last year as a junior. But now his role has changed a little bit. He's no longer just going to be a role player. He's going to be the man. He's stepping in at quarterback, and instead of just being the wide receiver, running back last year, and being our number 2 quarterback, he's going to have the ball in his hand at every snap. The other gentleman that has looked good in camp is a senior as well, and that's Damon Baker. He got some varsity time last year. He looks good coming out of his break. On the offensive line, we have a senior, Eric Preen, who was on the varsity last year. Didn't play a lot of snaps, but just getting a taste, I think, helped him. He had a great off season. He made, I would guess, over 110 workouts. We have 123 available. Defensively, defensive line, I would expect big things from Brandon Cushman, who as a sophomore played as a starter for us at defensive end, and he's had a real good camp. In fact, he's the kid that has stood out as being the most aggressive and just having what it takes to play varsity football. You know, in the back end of the deal, I like the way that we have a young guy that looks in Dustin Hodson, who's only a sophomore. So we have some bright spots. We have a lot of potential, but you know, you never know how that potential is going to play out, especially when there's a lot of inexperience. The biggest positive surprise, I guess, to go back to just the way that Kyle Trace has played. He's a wide receiver for us. He had a tough year last year with a hamstring injury and kind of had to play through that, and that really kind of limited his playing time. I think he's had a great camp so far, and we're expecting you know, big things from him as well. Last year was one in, all in. This year it's we fight, we win. When our fans show up, and when parents show up and watch their son play, I want them to be proud of the effort that their young man is putting on the football field. I think there's a chance that we're going to surprise some people this year.